So hey, it's Stephanie again. I'm doing two today. Starting strong. I just felt like I should give you some background on me and how I got here, and also introduce you to Ricky, because he's my main dude. He's my biggest support system, and he's home from work now. So here's Ricky, my babe.
Hi.
My love bug.
Hi, Internet.
You want to say anything about this process, Ricky?
Tacos rule.
Tacos rule. Tacos do rule. He's a little bit of an enabler, but he's learning how to get better about it.
Girl, eat that big old plate of bacon.
He's joking.
No, it's delicious. No, we don't have bacon. I apologize for teasing the Internet. My name is Ricky. I'm a big goofy nerd.
We're both
probably
nerds.
Hear me yelling in the background of a lot of them. Sorry in advance. I'm proud of her.
Thanks, babe.
Finger.
Thanks, babe. But yeah, he's my number one support system. He's there with me at home when nobody else is, and he's learned. Like I said, he is sometimes an enabler. We're both fat kids, and that's kind of how we got together, is because we both love food, and we both are nerds. We love video games, and we love comic books and horror movies, and so we have a ton in common, but food is a part of it, so that's going to be a struggle for us, but yeah, so we just got home from having dinner with some friends of ours, Bobby and Maria and Kristen. Shout out to you. They're awesome. But it was good, because I don't know when I'm gonna get to pick out on some Cracker Barrel again. But it was good though. I had some chicken and brown rice, all allowed foods on the phase 1 diet. And earlier today I just had a protein shake, so it was a good day calorie wise and eating wise, sticking to the phase 1 diet. But yeah. So, where I came from, I have been big all my life. I've always been the kid who got teased for being bigger, even when, I look back at some of the pictures and I don't look at that kid and think, that's a fat kid, but I got teased. And I guess I've just always struggled with it. I always just loved food. I always wanted seconds whenever food was made at home. I was never a picky eater. I don't think my parents ever had a hard time getting me to eat anything. And, exercise was never, stressed in my household. I don't remember seeing my parents exercise at all, and I don't remember ever being encouraged to exercise, and I'm not saying my parents are bad or anything, because my parents are wonderful, but it was never really something that was talked about. My sister's really athletic, and it just comes naturally to her, it seems like, and the most exercise I ever saw my parents do was, my dad played softball as a kid. My dad played softball when I was a kid, not when he was a kid, but he played softball when I was a kid, and they always encouraged me to join sports and stuff like that, but I'm really not a competitive person, and it was just I didn't want to be on the sports teams. I just did it to make an attempt. But yeah, so I was always a chubby kid. And I guess, when puberty hit, that's really when I got to be more than just the chubby kid, but started to be the fat kid. And, the teasing got worse as, you go through middle school and high school, and I tried diets. In high school, I even went on Fin. It was this, fad drug to lose weight, and I lost a good amount of weight, but I also lost hair, too. My hair fell out and thinned out really bad, and then, there was all these side effects that people had from Fin, and, my parents got me off of it. They were like, no, we shouldn't do this. It's bad. People have heart problems and stuff like that from it, but thankfully I don't. And I've been on Weight Watchers and Atkins and the soup diet and something called 5-2 and, shakes, and I've done everything. And the thing things that I have had success with was Weight Watchers, but then as soon as I stopped following their plan, I would gain it all back. And, something would just happen. Like I would plateau on my weight loss and get frustrated and stop, or the holidays would come and I would do a bunch of cheating and then I would just keep on going, or stress, or I'm definitely a stress or emotional eater. And I'm just an eater anyways. I love food. It tastes delicious. Like Ricky said, tacos rule. Um, but yeah, I've always struggled with knowing what a serving size was. Like, I don't remember being taught that either. Like, how do people know? How do people just, like, how does it come naturally to some people? I don't understand. So it's really just always been such a struggle. Like, because what was good and tasty to me, I guess, was always too big of a serving. And that's what just seemed natural, what I should be eating. That's what filled me up. But now when I'm looking at it and seeing, like, what I think of a serving size is way more than it should be. But yeah, Weight Watchers worked. I lost, like 60 pounds one time, and then, like, 75 or 80 pounds another time, but then I gained it back, and then I gained more back on top of it, and it's so frustrating, because you feel like you have accomplished something, and then as soon as you don't follow it to a T, it all goes backwards. But it's interesting that a lot of Celebration Health, which is where I'm going for the surgery, is about education, and they want you to understand how to eat right, what's happening to your body when you're abusing it through being obese, and I don't know the whole ins and outs of it, but I remember one session that I went to. They make you go to this group session for people that are post-op and pre-op at least once. And I went, and one thing they talked about is that once you've trained your body to be the weight that it is, it wants to stay that way. And that's what's so hard about losing weight once you've been obese for so long. Is that your body is so used to being that way, and it's like derailing a train, getting it to change. And so people want to say, well, just eat less, or push away from the table, or exercise more, or people go, well, just do this or do that, and they don't understand that your body has been, has gone into this construct that it thinks that this is the norm, and it thinks that this is the way it should be, and and that's what makes it so difficult. And I didn't realize that, that there was actual, physiology associated to why it was so hard for me to lose. And, that makes a lot of sense. And I feel a little bit better knowing that, there was a reason why it was so hard. Even though I was so committed to trying to lose in the past. But yeah, so, it just, that's why surgery is so important to me now, is that it's a tool that's going to kind of force my body to have to do this. And that's what my surgeon, Dr. Kim, really advocates, is that it's a tool in the process of weight loss, and it kind of forces your body to eat small meals. The surgery that I picked is called the gastric sleeve. And what they're going to do is they're going to basically take away 75 to 80% of my stomach. I'm going to be left with a stomach that will only hold up to a half cup of food. So it's going to be drastic. And after surgery, 4 to 6 weeks, I will just be on liquids, because that's all I will be able to keep down while it's healing. This is different than having the bypass, or what it's actually called is the Roux-en-Y, where they reroute your intestine and make your stomach the size of basically like your thumb size. That's even smaller than the stomach that I'm having. That just seemed really invasive to me to have to reroute your intestines, so that's why I chose to do the sleeve. But basically, they have the same results. They at least think they do. They don't have as much research on the sleeve yet to really say 100% that they have the same results, but they do. And since I don't have diabetes, they're not really pushing me to get the bypass, because the bypass is a lot better for people who have diabetes, because it helps with metabolism issues that people with diabetes have as well. But yeah, so the sleeve, I'm excited about it. It seems like it's kind of like a best of both worlds. I'll still have a half cup of stomach. I won't have any rerouting, but it still will force me into those very small meals and train me to eat better. So yeah, that's a little bit about me, my backstory, why I'm doing this. I guess there's a little bit more to why I'm doing this. It's health as well. You know, I don't have anything wrong with me right now, but you know, I will in the future if I continue like this. I'm pretty active for my size, so I'm lucky for that. But yeah, that's where I was and where I am now and why I'm doing it. So thanks for listening, and don't forget to follow me and like me and share me. I love to get my story out and hopefully help other people like me, and have people who know me learn more things about me. That's it.